Good morning. Yesterday is another day when I did not make a video. I was thinking at night I would make a clip because the moon was pretty big and the crescent moon was quite big yesterday. So I was thinking I'll take a video of that. Then I was running short of time editing that video I had to upload yesterday, and then I didn't have much energy, or I was not in a good mood to take a video because it takes some energy, it takes some good mood to make a video, right? Everybody knows that. There are two ways of looking at it. One is that you do something and get energized out of it even when you don't feel like doing it. That also applies because for example, if you have something to write and you have no inspiration, you don't have the energy needed to write it, and still when you start writing it you get some kind of energy out of it. So that is one way of looking at it. Another way is that when you already have the energy and mood, then you start with it. You can do it both ways actually. So today I got my watch. You can see it's a little on the bigger side, but I like it. It's within $400, and for a few months, or for you should always count all this for a few months. If it's below 500, it means it comes for a few months and then you can change it. So small stuff, if you buy small stuff like this is 34 inch. 34, I thought it will be a bit smaller than this, but it's okay. These days all your products are unisex, and bigger means it looks like a bracelet in your hand more than a watch, so it's okay. I've also ordered one more watch which is of the same range, and that is brown. This is black, this is all black. They've got a variety of shades in this, because the other watch which I was using, it needs to be thrown because it's so old, and I've changed million times. I've changed it, the battery, I've changed the strap, so now I think enough of it. You don't have to stick to that anymore. So that's how okay, so what I've decided is I've cancelled my plan of going to ISKCON, as I had told you. Instead I would be going to Jayanagar probably this weekend, and that's a plan, because I don't know, I am not inspired so much, and that inner readiness is not there when it comes to going to ISKCON. Moreover, they don't allow you videos there inside, so then what's the use? So that's the reason I chose Jayanagar. Jayanagar, there's so much for you to see, and it is connected to my personal story, as I had mentioned the other day. So I can make a lot out of it one day. The entire day also is okay. Getting some vitamin D here every day. What I do is I open the balcony and lock it up that way, so a lot of sunlight enters the room and I get to spend some time in the sun. Direct sun after 1:30, the sun is this side, so you get plenty of sunlight here. It's so nice. So I've told this many times how much I love nature, and I think that sunlight is an integral part of nature. You realize it when it rains for a few days and then sun comes out, right? So it's so nice. You can't face that side because directly the sun falls on your face, so I turn this side and my hair gets some sunlight. Your scalp will get some sunlight, and that is enough. That is also part of your skin, right? You don't have to expose your skin. If the sunlight falls on your head, that is also enough. What happens is that when you hold umbrella all the time like me, or apply a lot of sunscreen, you don't expose your head also to the sunlight, so you have lack of vitamin D. So this is a good way of getting plenty of sunlight. So what is happening today is Tuesday, and what is the mood like? What are you thinking about? What could we speak about? Okay, I've got a nice topic, we can talk on that. I just read it on Facebook and I've saved it. Whenever I see something interesting, if it's a question or if it's something like a theme where you can share your views, I often save it and then share my views. So today the question is, children see, children do, like monkeys see, monkeys do. Is it right or wrong? In the sense, everything that children see, there is always a belief that we have to do the right things in front of children so that they take it as a lesson and they repeat the same thing in their life. But does it always work out that way? I don't think so. There are millions of examples where children see things and they do the opposite of what they have seen, because they use their own mind. They are able to think. It's not like they don't have a brain and they have to do just what they have seen without thinking. It's not so. Children have the ability to think. That is the reason many families where there was so much of domestic violence, they make it a point that they will never have such situations come up in their life when they grow up. There are so many alcoholic parents where they make up their mind that when I grow up, I will never have to face such things in my life and I will never make my family face such things. So it's not necessary that the kind of circumstances that you grow up in, you have watched that, you have experienced that, and then you continue to do or take forward the same kind of situations in life. It's not necessary. You have a brain so that you can think and decide what is right and what is wrong, what is bad and what is good, and do accordingly. And they do accordingly. I don't believe that anything that children see, they do the same thing. Obviously they do it to a certain age when they are not mature, when they don't have their own mind. But after that, whatever they do, it's because they feel that is right and that is what works for them, so they do it. So that is a very foolish idea to think that whatever they see, they do that and they grow up to become the same kind of personalities. No, not at all. You can do a research on families where they have had so much of disruptions in the families in one way or the other, and they end up being the same kind. No, not necessary. In a same family there could be two children or even twins for that matter, and they could be totally different. That's because we all have our own brain and we all have our own perception. We don't see the same things, and we are not interested in the same things. We don't believe in the same things. It's all the changes happen when we are maturing and when we are growing and developing. That is when we start to change and we start to evaluate things as per our belief system, what is right for us, probably what we believe is right happening in the world, and according to that we decide. So when you are hurt, and there is another saying which says that hurt people hurt, not necessarily. If you have been hurt, why would you hurt others? Let me give you a very small example. Like when you were in school, we had teachers who would beat us on knuckles. I remember that so well. First it was like you have to show your hand like this and they would beat you this side, because this side beating, children had got used to that and they were like immunized and they didn't mind showing your hand like this and getting beaten up. So teachers decided now this better place is this, and then when children got used to that, they were asked to fold their palm like this so that they could beat on the knuckles. Okay, and it's so much of pain, you know. Children would urinate when they are pet on the knuckles. So but do you think it has hurt you? Obviously, so do you think that when you grow up you're going to punish your children the same way, beating them on the knuckles or the other side of the hand because you are hurt? Not necessarily. You could grow up to become someone who knows the pain of what you have been through, who knows that it was wrong to have done it. You would have understood if he had explained it well, and you would do the same thing for your children and for next generation. I've seen so many people like that, and that is the way it has to be. If something bad has happened to you in life, why would you want the same things to happen to others as well? Don't you know it was bad? And what kind of sadism is that? What kind of pleasure do you derive from continuing the pain generation to generation just because you have been through some hardship? You know, we always try to help people out, like no, it's okay to say that you have to grow out of the comfort zone, that is okay, but when you have experienced something miserable in life which was pathetic in all the way, why would you want the next generation to go through the same things just because your life had been through all that? I don't understand. So hurt people hurt is maybe right in some cases, but it's not the way it has to be. When you are hurt, why would you go around hurting other people? What kind of pleasure do you get out of it? Tell me. What kind of contentment you or satisfaction you receive from hurting people just because you are hurt? You know, you're seeing some people, it could be a consequence of that. I mean, when it's unavoidable, like if in your family you had a fight and you come out, usually people are not resilient as such. They take a while to get out of the bad mood. So if you have a fought with your wife or your parents at home, usually you come out with that anger and vengeance and that annoying feeling, and then when you come out you start fighting and quarreling with all the other people because you are pissed off at home and you just carry it forward. That's all. It's a consequence. It's not that you want to, but you end up being like that. That way I can understand, but otherwise why would you want to? Don't you know that it is so bad? It is wrong. It is not the right way. There is another right way of doing things, and why do you want to continue doing the wrong things? That's my question. Okay, so that's one thought I just read. So that is my view. You could have a different view, probably depends on what you have experienced and what you feel is right. You could have a different view, but I believe that when you are adult, especially once you have come to the youth age, that is, you know what is right and wrong, and later on all the learnings that you get is from your own mistakes, your own experiences. You learn from your mistakes, and the same right everybody has got. People make mistakes and they learn from it. We don't go around continue doing the same wrongs that our parents have done or our elders have done or our ancestors have done. Just because we have experienced that, we don't go around wanting the same thing for the next generation. No, that's the last thing you want, in fact, you know. Like Modi ji always say, मुझे पता है कि वो क्या होती है, you know, मुझे पता है कि पानी न होने की दिक्कत क्या होती है. You know, people say like that. I know what it is to walk so much distance to school because you don't have the facilities. I know what it is to grow up in a place, in a home where there is so much of domestic violence. Or I know what it is to be raised in a family where all the men were drunkards. So many issues like that, where there were women were abused, probably. So you know it by experience, and you know the hardship of it. You know how it has to be. You also have a view of how things could be different from what it used to be, right? So why don't you work towards that life where things are better and not worse? Why don't you do that? Why do you want the same things to be repeated just because you had a hard time in your life? Why do you want the same kind of hardship in the life of the next generation when they have a different option? That's my question. So I don't agree with that. It's not like children see, children do. It's that children see, and they think, then they do. Yeah, that's the way it is. They see, and they see when you do the same things again and again. They observe it, and they think on it, and they decide, and then they do, or they don't do. It's up to them. You can't say that children see, children do. For that, they have to be puppets. They are not puppets, no? They're not machines. They have a brain and they think and do. That's it. And obviously, with adults, though, that is 100% it works. Children itself have the ability to think and do. Then why wouldn't adults? There's when I was going on a walk, there is a board put up there in a crossing. It is look, think, and proceed. It's quite interesting. So they have given it in the stages, which means that you look first, then think in the sense, decide whether, look at whether vehicles are coming from both sides, and proceed. If you think it's okay, you can just cross. So that is how the stages of action works in children's life also. It is not a see and do. That animals probably they do because they don't think so much. But human beings don't do that unless you are puppets or you are idiots. Idiots do that. Idiots don't think. Whatever you show them, they just do it. It's not like that. They think what is right and wrong and then decide and then do accordingly. I still have 15 minutes to go. So what I will do is I will walk here in the passage and add contents to the video. I'm sorry that I'm not going out anywhere to give you a different content, but I promise you I'll be going this Saturday. Okay. Still Saturday I'm booked. I am reserved on some other assignments. So after Saturday, definitely we will add some good contents. Otherwise, it's a usual routine. Now after 15 minutes, I will go out, go on a walk, and come back close to 7:30. And so, well, how much can I show you the same contents? You might get bored, so I'm not showing you. Not that I get bored, okay? I don't get bored. I can show you the same things again and again. So it's nice to look in the window. There's a mirror. So what can we talk about now? Today is, what day is today? Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. There's a helicopter. I want to travel in a helicopter someday. I've never traveled in a helicopter. I want to see what it looks like to glance at the ground level from a certain height. Unlike going in a plane. In plane you can't just see anything unless at the time of takeoff and landing, right? And but in helicopter you get a good view of everything from a reasonably lower height, right? So it must be good. I want to go in a helicopter. Okay, I have a notification. Let me check that. Look at the moon. I wanted to take a video yesterday of the moon. It was even bigger than this yesterday. But I told you that I didn't have the energy. So today here is the moon. It's crescent, but yesterday it was completely bigger than this. No stars. And that just bugs me because at night you get the view of the sky so much. Vast sky. That's the best part of it. You can just stand here and look at the sky. Sometimes 1 or 2 stars also you can see if you are lucky. Even today one is there. Just one. You can see. But I can't show you because there used to be a time when the sky was full of stars. Not anymore. So I keep asking people, Do they know any place on Earth where you can see so much stars, natural stars that is? I keep asking people because I don't know. I have no idea if this is moon light dinner. It's nice to have dinner. Once I tried having dinner here, like candlelight dinner, but it was not comfortable. You have to sit on the floor and so here's the moon. Sometimes, when you're away from people, I used to tell this to my daughter, and just before sleep I used to open the window and show her, see, look at the moon. Sometimes when you are distant from the ones that you care about, the ones that you love, still you can just look at this moon and believe that you are under the same sky and there is just one moon. And you are looking at the moon and someone somewhere else is also looking at the moon probably. And it gives, when you're obsessed with someone and when you deeply love someone, whoever it is, whatever relationship, when you look at the sky and when you see the moon or the star or sometimes even the sky, you get a feeling that at least you are sharing the same sky, you are sharing the same moon, and that is so relieving, isn't it? Distance can teach you so many things. When you're distant from the ones you care about, you can learn so many things, how to still hold on to the love that you have. So I can give a lecture on love someday probably, and it will be nice. So that's it, the night is over and I would be having a bath now just before sleep, and it's refreshing and you get a good sleep. Yesterday night I didn't have a good sleep because I had so many stupid dreams, and just like a story that I read today, sometimes your dreams seem like it is real, you get a feeling it's not a dream and it's real, and that can be so annoying, I don't like it at all. So especially when it is some stupid dreams, all you want is it to end or to know that it is a dream, but you will not know it. In fact, you would think it is real, and that can increase your heartbeat while you're sleeping. Does it happen to you? For me it happens often whenever I have stupid dreams. I've had so many weird and scary and what you call nightmares, which is so weird, can't tell you. And all I want is to know that they're not dreams. They are dreams and they're not real. But while in your sleep, it's so difficult for you to know that they are dreams and you believe that they are real. So that's how it is. So yesterday I had some, but then the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is to erase it, like how you clean your blackboard in school. I just erase that dream so that I don't remember a bit of that dream in the daytime. And if you can manage to forget your dream for a day, I don't know, it works for me. If you can forget your dream just for that entire day, you succeed in forgetting about it. Later, continue with this tomorrow. So whoever is close to my heart and whoever has left a good deal of impression in my heart, in whatever relationship, I dedicate this to them. And since we are sharing the same moon, what does it mean to you? So beautiful it is. And another thing is Chandrayaan 3 is going to land there in that thing what you see from here now. That's a moon. Can you just believe it? Can you believe it? Tomorrow is the day, I guess, or Thursday, I'm not sure, but that is the place where they are trying to land, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Take care. मेरा कुछ सामान आपके पास पड़ा है। कोई गाना है ना, वैसे ही लग रहा है आज चाँद को देख के, क्योंकि इंडिया का कुछ तो सामान है जो वहाँ है। लैंड हुआ है, सॉफ्ट लैंडिंग ऑफ द चंद्रयान 3, राइट? Yesterday also I showed you the moon, but today is so special. You know, just at the moment when the Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon surface, not surface actually, there is a south pole. Which side is that? Here बहुत सारे पटाखे जला रहे थे, so many crackers here. तो मुझे पता लगा कि कोई तो है जो गवर्नमेंट के एम्प्लॉइज़ है यहाँ पे, कोई गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस है शायद, कुछ तो है जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से जुड़ा है, नहीं तो कौन पटाखे जलाता है इतने सारे. The moment Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon, it happened. And I was like, oh good, because I couldn't do that, they did that. It's a great honor from the country, and it's so much of happiness when you see that it's landing. Unlike the last time in 2019, I guess, we had watched the Chandrayaan 2, right? And at that time, can you see the star? There is a star here. Oh, you can't see, but I can see. Oh, now the moon is gone behind the clouds. I'm sorry, it's a cloudy day kind of. Small clouds are there, but then it's okay. It's not that bad, because the cloud will definitely move away and then you can get a clear view of moon again. Alright? देखिए चाँद अभी भी अंदर है. मुझे चाँद से पता नहीं क्या अजीब सा एक रिश्ता है, मेरा लगाव है जिसको बोलते हैं. I'm so connected to this moon and I love it so much. So beautiful it is, right? इतने सारे क्यों हैं यार क्लाउड्स आज, लेकिन बारिश तो नहीं हो रही है. I can see 2-3 stars. Can you believe that? 3 stars, 4 stars. Wow. 4 stars I could see. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That's how it is. When you keep looking, that's how it was in the childhood. When you keep looking, the number of stars just keep on increasing. You can find more and more stars shining. Do you remember that childhood? So it's a blessing to be able to see the stars. It's a blessing. So beautiful it is. You want to see my face? So this is the same place. If you remember, I had made a video the other day also standing here. So it's the same place where you can make clear videos at night. No other place you can make it. Only at this particular corner you can make videos. Okay, so congratulations to the team ISRO, as Modi ji said, and to Team India for making it. I was watching it on time. I was actually doing something else at that time, but on the apt moment I changed the channel and I watched the landing of the Chandrayaan 3, and then I continuously watched till Modi ji made the speech, and even after that, so I didn't miss anything. I was kind of worried because the problem is that when you start focusing on one particular task, you have to finish that in order to focus on something else. So I thought that I'm going to miss on that, but fortunately I didn't. So that's how things are. What else is happening today? What's the day today? Wednesday. Okay, how can I forget? You know how I remember the days, these times I remember the days by checking on the food, because here in PG you have certain food on certain days. So today was a day when night it is fried rice, and I remember that it was not good, so I ordered from outside. But then even for that you need to remember what day it is, right? So I remember that, and I ordered from outside and had good food, because food is an essential source for your health and energy, both for your mental and physical energy. So if you neglect your health, if you neglect your food, you're going to neglect your health. So always invest in your health, and always invest on good food. It's important. So you might think that it's expense. It is not expense. Like you are investing on your 24 hours, like you're investing in your money, your time, your efforts. Everything is something that you're giving in exchange for what you are expecting back from life. And a lot of risk you have to take in life, which only you understand and others don't understand. Usually when you take risk in life, you understand because it's based on faith, and faith is something that you can see but others may or may not see. So what is actually faith? Faith is a step that you see, a few steps probably. Beyond that you cannot see, and beyond that you are not intended to be seeing if it is faith. Faith is usually when you see just a short distance and you keep walking on that. And that requires a lot of risk, and you have to take those risks, but others may or may not understand that. They cannot see it because they are not having that faith which you have, right? So that's how life is. Risk taking, and it happens naturally. You cannot force to be risk taking. It has to come naturally to you. It's based on your intuitions and it's based on your faith. So that's how it is. So I will talk to you tomorrow. We will make a video tomorrow, and I will also edit a video tomorrow, Thursday. I don't have, the tasks are over, and it's kind of a free day for me tomorrow, so I'll be able to focus on that. Now it's time for me to have a bath and close this here. And again, one more time, it's congratulations from me to all of you who are watching it, and all of you who believe that this is also a part of progress. You remember, if you don't believe in that, you can always watch Mr. John F. Kennedy's speech which he had made when he spoke about landing on moon. And when you listen to that, you will understand why it is important, right? Why it is a part of the progress for a nation. You will understand that better then. So you can look at my forehead. This is how much forehead I have. Can't help it. That's the way I'm born. And usually I don't comb it up because I have told this before. I get a headache because this hair get pulled, and it gives me headache by night. So I'm going to remove it now, just after having a bath. Okay, all these portions will be deleted when I edit the video. Sometimes what happens is that I don't stop or pause in between, and I keep on talking, jumping from one theme to another, one topic to another, which means that there is a lot of irrelevant, unnecessary thoughts which are addressed in my speech, and that is not, in my videos, and that's not required. So when editing video takes a long time, and it's kind of boring, to listen to your videos over and over, because once you have to listen for the editing part of the speech, next time you have to edit it for the music part, and it just goes on, and that is kind of boring. But you have no other way. There is no automatic app. The app doesn't give you any such feature where it automatically does the editing. So you have to go through the entire stream and edit it and delete whatever is not required, and enhance the parts that is already good, or things like that. So all those features the app doesn't provide, and that's why it's very, very, very difficult to edit the videos. And then if it is a 60 minutes video, you have to bring it to 40 minutes. That is again a headache. So it's not easy. You need to invest a lot of time, like 2 hours minimum goes in editing your videos. A lot of work. Take care. Good night. Good morning. I just had my breakfast outside and coming back. A beautiful Thursday. I started my day so in a pleasant mood, I would say. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that. When I get up from the bed, I have no energy. Not the usual energy, it comes only after breakfast. But today, right from the morning, I had the energy, and so the day started well. They say no, kickstart your morning. The way you start the morning has something to do with the entire day. The positivity which you give in the morning, I think it lasts the entire day. And I would say that why it is so depends on the quality of your sleep, I guess. When you get good sleep, your day goes well. You start the morning well. And yesterday I got good sleep, no dreams. When you dream, your quality is not good. The quality of sleep is not right. So that's how it is. What's in store for you on Thursday in your schedule? I have the usual routines, but I'm feeling kind of excited. I don't know why. I have no idea what is keeping me excited, but that's how it is. So another 5 minutes I'll be back. I have some small tasks to finish in the morning, and then chamber starts. I get really excited to be in the chamber. That's it. Have a good day. I'll keep this continuing. Okay? Take care. Hello there. मेरा इस टाइम का रूटीन है कि मैं I spend some time getting sun. You remember I told you? So at this time I leave this door open and a lot of sunlight in the balcony. And the view is so good because there's a lot of grazing. The sheep and goats will be there in this field, and I like seeing that. So I leave the door open from this time till evening, till the time I leave PG for the walk, because until then there'll be so much of sunlight. So that's the reason I'm telling you I love sunlight, because I don't know, it's so nice. It's not like the sunlight that you get in Kerala, the real harsh sunlight. This is kind of soothing because the breeze itself is chilling. So in that, if you get a little sunlight, it's good. So I allow the sunlight to get into the room. You want to see the cat, not the cattle, the goats and sheep. Just a second. See there. If you zoom it, you can see so many of them scattered. There is the owner. He sits here somewhere. You see, a honeybee has made a big beehive here. See that? I just saw it yesterday. Okay, let me zoom it. See there. There is a beehive there. So that's a view, okay? That's the reason I spend some time here getting the sunlight, because it's nice to watch these goats and sheep grazing. A few lambs are there. Let's go inside and spend some resting time for 30 minutes, and then we will come here, and then I will sit and take the next clips. Okay, there are a lot of birds flying here. The pigeons. Whatever. Okay, so what else is happening? Today is Thursday. I I just had my lunch. Today I had fish. I had sardine. So today I was just going through the festival called Onam, which is coming in next few days. In fact, there is a festival coming up in Karnataka tomorrow and day after, which is Varamahalakshmi. It's a very grand festival for all the Kannadigas. And honestly, what I am looking for, since I'm a big foodie, what I want is many restaurants in all the states that promote the traditional kind of food and that goes with the festivals. Just imagine if there were places like that, rather than cooking. Now that so many people are not into cooking now for many reasons, that is, so they would like to have the traditional food, especially when there are some festivals coming up, so they could go to those restaurants and have those foods. Right now Varamahalakshmi tomorrow, so what are the dishes that you usually prepare for this festival? So if there is a restaurant which is serving the Kannadiga cuisine, I'm sure that they will be able to give you the festive food, and that is what I really miss in this place. I have no idea. So why is all the states are not coming up with these kind of restaurants which serve you traditional festive food, all the state cuisine and all that? It would be so nice if they could do that. No, I have no idea what is. I know what is Varamahalakshmi, but I am not sure of what kind of food is served during that festival. If there was a restaurant, I would have gone there. Now, after that, next week by Tuesday, you have a Kerala festival known as Onam. So, what are the? I know what is served for Onam, but I'm looking for some restaurants. But the thing is that some of the restaurants are too far, and it also depends on how much you can afford. What are you willing to pay for it? The kind of ambience that you are looking for, all that, right? But not all festivals, there are no festive restaurants. Like, if you forget about different states, let me at least talk about the state of Karnataka. Now that I'm in Karnataka, they should be serving all the festive food. There has to be places where they serve festive food, at least the Kannada festivals I'm talking about. Now forget about Onam because it's a different state, and you should definitely be looking for restaurants which are Kerala restaurants. Only you would find those food only in those kind of restaurants. But what about the Karnataka festivals, like the festival which is coming up tomorrow? If there is any restaurants here which serve Mahalakshmi special food, I would like to have it tomorrow. Forget it if I had cut my hair this much. It looks like this. I know how it looks. I've had it. Please don't sit here. These pigeons, they sit here and then they do their thing here, and it becomes difficult for me. So whenever I see them, I'm like, fully go from here, please. So many pigeons here, so many. I have to edit a video now. Okay, take care. It's a festival here for Mahalakshmi. So you can see, I'll show you if I go to that other side, what is the rest of it, what is the difference. It's not like a normal evening. It's going to be very crowded because everybody comes out to buy, especially the flower side is. I'll show you. I spoke about it a while ago, right? Varamahalakshmi. It's kind of a festival where you worship Goddess Mahalakshmi, I guess. It's more about, and they decorate the house, they decorate the goddess, they make her wear every house. If they are celebrating it, they dress the goddess. Even otherwise, if you walk in Bangalore, you learn so much how to handle yourself when it is crowded. So many things you learn, especially if you this temple is Sri Ram and Lakshman. Ram Lakshman temple. This one, I think, the new temple which they have built is Lakshman goddess. The goddess. Yeah, we'll go and take it. See that? It's a huge temple they have built. One day we will come exclusively to the temple. That is what we want to do. Wait. So it's festival time. What are you doing? What is in your place? Some people are celebrating Onam. Some people are celebrating Raksha Bandhan. And others are celebrating Mahalakshmi. One or the other festival. That's the speciality of being an Indian. Being in India especially. People, I don't know if there are many festivals abroad. You have Christmas, you have Halloween, you have, what is that? Independence Day, what's it called as? I forgot. So, here it's not like that. Here it is like every month you have one or two festivals. Not in every state, but one of the states. That's how it is. So you want to enjoy festivals, come to India. Come to India. We invite you to India. We have festivals. I will read about it today and let you know a little about tomorrow's festival. Okay, Mahalakshmi. So take care.
कितना ब्यूटीफुल है ना, इसमें से लग नहीं रहा कि ये चांद को दिखा रहा है. You can make out so clear it is.